In this question, we have to calculate the area of the rectangle and then give our answer in terms of two different units, first millimetre squared and then metre squared. Take a look at the units given in the diagram. We've got 1.4 centimetres for the length and 6 millimetres for the width. Now it's very important that you look out for this situation because you cannot use your formula area equals length times width and have different units for your length and width. You must give both the length and the width in terms of the same unit, and therefore the first thing I'm going to do here is convert 1.4 centimetres into millimetres and write 14 millimetres instead. The reason for that is because for the first part of the question we're asked to find our area in terms of millimetres squared, so it makes sense that all our dimensions should be in terms of millimetres. That means that our area then is going to be 14 millimetres multiplied by 6 millimetres, and that gives us 84 millimetres squared. Now for the second part of this question, in order to give our answer in terms of metre squared, you might think that all we need to do is divide by 1,000 because there are 1,000 millimetres in a metre. That's not quite right. Think about if you had 1 metre squared. I'm just going to draw that down here. Now that's going to be 1 metre by 1 metre. And if you think about what that would be in terms of millimetres, well, 1 metre is 1,000 millimetres, so you'd have 1,000 millimetres on each side. And that means that 1 metre squared would actually give you 1 million millimetres squared, 1,000 times 1,000. And for that reason, because you're having to deal with the conversion from metres, 1 metre into 1,000 millimetres in terms of two directions, length and width, you actually have to divide by 1,000 twice over. So we've got 84 millimetres squared and we want to convert that into metres squared. And so we're going to have to divide by 1,000 twice, or essentially divide by 1,000,000. And that gives us an answer of 0.000084 metres squared. So two very important things to remember there. First of all, in order to use your formula, area equals length times width, you must have the length and width in terms of the same unit. And then secondly, when you're converting between, say, centimetres squared and metres squared, or millimetres squared, then you must divide by either 10, 100 or 1,000 twice over to account for the fact that you're dealing with an area and therefore two directions.